Hello and welcome to Weekly Fix. I'm Zane and this is Jacob, and we have for you guys a very special rundown. Now, there was a little bit of confusion on what a rundown was. And so a rundown is a joke from The Office that we begin because Jim had such a trouble with, hey, can you get me that rundown? And so we are giving you a rundown of what all is coming out this year movie wise. And there are hundreds of movies coming out in 2026. So we kept it to only the ones that we're interested in. And we thought, since you're listening to this podcast, you probably would be too. So before we jump into our rundown, Jacob, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Back to the work week, Monday. Never excited to go back to work, but I had a good weekend nonetheless. So got some stuff accomplished. Able to go out and actually see a movie, which I could talk about briefly, real quick.
Let's
But
do
yeah,
it.
no, pretty solid week. Pretty good weekend. Excited to be back here on the podcast, though. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah. Going back to work after a week and a half break for Christmas, that Monday's not too bad. I always find it the second week back is harder because you
Oh,
go
for
back to
sure.
work in that week, you get like barely any rest because that weekend is so busy. Come back to work on that Monday and it just hits you all over again. Then everyone who delayed their Christmas vacation to this week,
Mhm.
now no one's still out. So everyone's back and forth. It's a very difficult season. So yeah, this definitely a busy Monday. Had an extra meeting at the church after work. So definitely a busy day, but here we're excited. Man, but you got to go out to the theater. What'd you see?
Yeah, so me and my wife had a little date night on Saturday, and we went and saw Marty Supreme, which was a lot of
Okay.
fun. A little different for me because usually I don't go to the theaters for random movies like that. I usually just stick to like the big releases. But we were both interested in it, heard some good things, so we both went and saw it. Gotta say, I really enjoyed it. I think it was a great movie.
Okay.
Um, it's interesting, and what I applaud the movie most for is how interesting they could make table tennis. Like, how could they get people so wrapped up in this world of table tennis? And obviously, it is based very, very loosely on a true story. Dramified for sure, but overall, it was a
Okay.
lot of fun. Timothy Chalamet, fantastic as always. Yeah, so if you have a chance to go see it in the movie theaters, I recommend going to see it. If you don't, it's going to come to streaming, I'm sure, at some point. So definitely pick it up when you can at home.
Oh, this is one that probably will never come to streaming.
Oh, for real?
I'm just messing. No, they generally always do somewhat come to streaming, of course, We'll have some it'll probably be one of those that's paid for a while because it probably doesn't
Yeah.
make as much as everything else did in the movie theater. So we'll try to get some of those rent numbers up before they release it for a free watching. As
Yeah.
we pay $18 a month for ad free streaming. Um, yeah, okay, that's awesome. That's actually one that I was really wanting to get out and watch. I haven't got to see it yet, just too busy. But that's awesome to hear that you liked it, that it was enjoyable, and that they can take something so uh, uninteresting. Table tennis is fun, but I think
Yeah.
everyone would say it's not the most interesting of sports, and make a movie about it that's great. Now, a lot of people are saying this may be some Oscar buzz. What do you think about Timothy Chalamet? Do you think he potentially will get an Oscar for this? What was your thoughts on while watching?
I think he's always going to be nominated, especially in these type of roles, because he is just. It feels like he's given free range just to go act, just go do what you think's best. I think he put a lot of time into learning more about the character Marty Mauser and like the type of person that he was and the way he lived. And I feel like he did definitely put that on screen well. I definitely could see him getting nominated. Depending on who he's up against, I don't know that he would necessarily win it. Mostly though, just because not anything that he did wrong, just because the style of movie sometimes doesn't permit itself to winning roles with it being just when you see the movie you'll kind of understand what I'm saying.
Okay,
Like I loved it. I think it was great, but I don't see this being a role that he wins like an Oscar for. I will
maybe
say
not
some of
enough
the Shining.
depth.
Yeah, just because the movie, one thing I like about it, you do get right into it and you do kind of get deeper, but it does almost kind of feel like surface level. You're kind of skipping along the surface for a large part of the movie.
Okay,
When you get towards the end, you really start to feel that character shine through and you start to see some of that stuff. But what I think, again, another shining part about the movie is they do really show you what being in the pursuit of greatness really is like. He
okay,
is destined, he is determined, which are all great things. But when you're doing those things and you're skipping along these beats, you're not really giving the character an opportunity to dig deeper into, why does he want to be great? Stuff like that really is never explored. It's more so just this thing inside of him that he has to do. And so those are just some things I feel like they could have done a little bit better. But the way they keep the movie flowing and the momentum, it is nonstop. It is on the edge of your seat the entire time, which, again, for a table tennis movie is pretty
It's pretty
impressive.
awesome.
Yeah, so all those things are great. I just don't know that this movie had that depth for him to win one. I could easily see him getting nominated. If he does win, I wouldn't be surprised. But again, I'd have to see what that list looks like. I'd probably have to watch some of the other projects of the other people just to see what they did there. I will say the supporting cast was fantastic. I didn't even realize, because I hadn't even watched the trailer for
Gwyneth
the movie.
Paltrow.
Well, no, not her. I didn't realize Kevin O'Leary was in the movie, Mr. Wonderful,
Really?
and he is fantastic. He is really, really good. So I could see. I don't think he's going to win anything, but some of those supporting roles were really, really good, and I think definitely added to the movie. So overall, just a fantastic film. Highly recommend it if you get a chance to go see it. And again, when it comes to streaming, I think you should definitely watch it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching this when it comes to streaming. Um, looks pretty awesome. So very cool. Yeah, it's funny that you say that, like, kind of skipping on the surface doesn't really get a lot of depth of the character, go into a big, because that was actually one of the complaints for Bob Dylan, the biopic that he just did last year that he got nominated for. Some of the people that watch it was like, yeah, I didn't really learn anything about Bob Dylan. Like, everything I knew about Bob Dylan, I still know, and I didn't really get much more. And so they were saying they would have liked to have seen a more into it. The problem with Bob Dylan is he was kind of a mystery. I don't know if there is more.
Yeah.
So, but that's funny that you made that comparison, that this is kind of like skipping on the top. But okay, very good review. Good coming out. I'm excited that we get to see that. So, well, that movie's out, but we got a lot of movies that aren't out. A lot of movies coming in the future. A lot to watch, and what do we got here? Like 23 movies to talk about, I think. So we're almost at 2 movies a month that we're expecting this year that we will either want to watch or we'll be going to check out. So that's pretty exciting. And I gotta say, I think I would take this year's list over last year's. Just at a quick glance, I don't know if I don't know. I think I take this list. So I'm interested to see at the end if you kind of would take 2026 or 2025, and then also with an abundance of speculation because we haven't seen any of these films yet. So without further ado,
I have a little. Let's place a little bet on the table right off the rip before we get into it. What is the over under that Jacob, me myself, is going to be interested in more than 10 of these movies? Would you take the over? Would you take the under? Because we all know me, I'll talk a big game. I like the hype more than I actually like going to watch the stuff, though. So, what would you say? Do you think I get to the movie theaters more than 10 times this year?
More than 10 times this year. Do we count Marty Supreme?
No, that don't count. That released 2025.
Yeah, but it was this year.
It has to release in 2026.
You know what, Jacob? I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
we'll keep a tab. We'll keep a tab. This is gonna be something next year, 2027's January rundown. We're gonna come back to this moment and we're gonna say, did Jacob make it to the movie theaters more than 10 times this year? Because I think off the top of my head, this past year, I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
I don't think you did either.
Yeah.
I think you got like 7, maybe 7 times,
maybe 8. We'd have to go back and check, but I don't even know. 7 might be pushing it. So
I know I got to go for 3 animated films that you didn't go to.
Yep.
Right, and I went to Avatar twice.
Yep.
I went to F1. You didn't go to F1.
Nope.
So there's a good amount of movies that I went to. I definitely got out 10 times this year.
It'll be interesting.
We'll see. It's going to be close. I'll have to drag you to watch Endgame twice or something.
That'll be the only way we get there.
We gotta watch. They changed the final scene. Come on, Jake.
Literally. Oh, I'm excited. So you're gonna say I do get there 10 times.
I'm gonna say you get there 10 times.
I'm not gonna argue because
I think it's just 10 times.
okay, because
I don't think it's
off
like
the top of my
close
head,
to
I already
more.
know like 6 maybe movies that I'm probably gonna go to. And so I could see maybe squeezing a few more in there just off the top of my head. There might be someone here that I forgot were coming out this year, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna want to go see that. So all right, let's start it off. Let's see. Let's
So
see if the first movie.
so there is 8 that I know that you want to go see,
Okay. Okay.
right?
So it's really two. It comes down to
It
two.
comes down to 2. So we're gonna keep tabs. We always
Okay.
love to
Okay.
see, hey Jacob, will you be watching
Yep.
this
Yep. That's a,
film?
kind. It's just a reiteration of that little running gag we have going on
Yep,
here.
yep, yep.
So
And I love all these. I put the list together, so I'm interested in
yeah.
going to all of these.
I think that's what makes the rundowns fun is because you just have like a broader, more excitement for a lot more projects than I do. So it's easy for you to when you're going through the list like, "Oh, I'm interested in that." If I was putting these lists together, there would be 8 movies on here. You have how many? 23?
23.
Yeah. So, it's a lot more interesting when you put these together, but
Well, anyway, the first movie on the list, it's coming out very, very soon. We have Mercy. Mercy is coming out January 23rd. You saw the trailer for it when we were watching Avatar. This is a Chris Pratt movie. It's in the near future.
okay.
A detective stands on trial accused of murdering his wife. He has 90 minutes to prove his innocence to the advanced AI judge. He has champions. So he put this together. He made the AI judge to improve the justice system. And if you don't prove that you're innocent at the end of this 90 minutes, you die.
Okay.
So you're in an electric chair and you get electrocuted to death. Automatically no.
No, I'm not interested in this one. I wasn't
Really?
interested in this one when we saw it. It even took me a second when you said it, like, what was it? And then when you said Chris Pratt, I was like, oh, yeah, that had a big trailer before the
Big
Avatar
trailer.
movie.
Well, I
It was
thought
very long.
it was so funny because I had seen the trailer on my phone and I was like, okay, that's really interesting. I like that concept. It's very cool. It's very investigative. Looks a little bit of action. Chris Pratt. I know I can get Chelsea to
Mhm.
go watch it. Like it seems right up my alley. And then I saw the trailer and it was like, must see in IMAX. And I was like, this does not seem like an IMAX movie, honestly,
Mm.
like to me setting it. But watching the trailer in IMAX, I was kind of blown away. I was like, okay, like this is really immersive. I kind of like the floating screens. The action looks good. This looks like a fantastic trailer. It does look like it would be very enhanced watching in IMAX. So this is one in particular I'm actually excited to try to get to see in IMAX because it does look like such a good fun movie. And it's always good when I can get Chelsea out to the theater when it's not Marvel or Star
Yeah.
Wars or an animated film for the children. Like I
Yeah.
do like to take her to movies that like she would like champion instead of me. And
Well, to
she
me,
loves crime.
yeah. When I first saw this, I instantly got. Do you remember the movie with Tom Cruise? Is it called The Minority Report? Is that
Minority
the name of
Report.
it?
Yeah.
I instantly got rip off of that. Like that's where the idea I feel like came from because it's kind of a similar vibe, right? Tom Cruise worked in like he was like a police officer. His name gets put on a little thing that he's gonna commit a murder and he's got to prove himself to like this this whole machine type ordeal that he actually wasn't going to commit the murder. It just feels like that, but almost in like a backwards way. Like in the Minority Report, it was told he was gonna commit the murder. This one, it's like it's already happened, and you still got to
Yeah.
prove yourself to like these beings. Like, oh no, I actually am not gonna do this, or So that's kind of where I was like, doesn't really see it. And I'd rather watch Tom Cruise anyway. So this one is just not interesting to me as much.
Yeah, I think Chris Pratt's getting there for me though. I think I just enjoy that guy. He is just a likable dude. Like
He is a
I
likable
mean,
dude. I'll agree with you there.
Tom Cruise is incredible, top notch. But now he's kind of like he almost seems like a one trick pony guy now, which we're actually going to talk to a little bit later
Tom Cruise is
in the
coming on.
series. Yeah,
You got him to get on the podcast.
we're talking to
Yeah.
no talking about how he may be switching
Okay.
roles.
Okay.
Anyway, goodness gracious. All right, so Mercy, January 23rd. That's a no. So we're starting out
No
with a
for me.
strike. No from
Yeah.
Jacob. All right.
Strike.
Um, well, this one might not get any better because I didn't have this one as one you wanted to watch, but this one is called Send Help. This is starring Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. Dylan O'Brien is just a jerk of a boss. Rachel McAdams, they crash on an island, and then they got to survive. The roles are reversed. Rachel McAdams is now in control. For those listening, Jacob threw up X about as soon as I said Rachel McAdams. He was like, "Ain't no way I'm watching this thing."
No.
Okay. Any
Unfortunately,
reasoning behind that?
my wife loves Rachel McAdams. I
Yeah.
do not at all. I am
Oh,
not a fan.
really?
No, her movies annoy me. Anytime I've seen her in something, I'm like instantly like just irritated with the type of character she plays. It's
Okay.
definitely not a her thing. It's definitely a me thing. And I also saw a pretty extended look at this in the Marty Supreme, and it did not look good at all. Like it just
Really?
looked like it did not look good. So
Okay.
this one's a big no for me. Have you seen the trailer for it?
Yeah, I have. I liked it.
Okay, I was just like, and like, because some of the lines in it were so like gimmicky. Like they're on this island and he's bleeding out, and like she won't do something for him, and he's like, "You know, I'm still your boss." I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like that's what I expect this movie to kind of be. It felt really like, oh, what's the word? Oh, I can't think of the word. I'll think of it in a second. But it just did not see. It just no. I'd be surprised if this movie made $100,000 in the box office.
100,000? Okay, come on,
If there
dude.
was more
Dude,
Jacobs out there, it's not
Twinkle
getting there.
Twinkle Little Star, read by Gwyneth Paltrow, would make $100,000 in the theater.
Uh, no, this
Um,
I saw the trailer. I legit like laughed. I was like, this just they're trying to make it so serious and petty.
I
It seemed a very petty between the two
okay.
characters. Like,
Oh,
oh,
definitely
you need some
petty.
water. It's like you need some water. Oh, guess what? I'm gonna dump it on my head so you can't have any. Like that's how it was. I was like, I can't do this.
So um we talked about money and predictions. I do just want to say I kind of nailed it on the box office predictions for the year last year. I said F1 would make $600,000. It made $680,000. I said Superman wouldn't make $1 billion because of the influence of Fantastic Four. Neither of them performed really
Yeah,
well.
both of those are disappointments.
Avatar destroyed the box office, is still climbing past $1 billion. The only one I really kind of missed on was Zootopia 2. I did not expect that to be the highest grossing movie of the year. That's insane. It made $1.5 billion.
Well, I think we
Zootopia
could.
2.
Looking forward this year, we're going to have to take the animated projects and look at them almost in a different light because honestly, Inside Out 2 is what I feel like where the culture shifted, where
Yeah.
it turned from just being a movie you take your kids to really a cultural thing, right? That
Mhm.
there is something in here for everybody and it's kid friendly.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to have to think about that a little bit more for this upcoming year if we make some of those predictions because I don't think it's going to slow down. I think these animated projects are going to continue to grow, continue to blow up, and I expect a lot more of this to. I almost expect this to become a more common thing than rather than like a one off or a couple off like we've had this past year.
Now, speaking of animated films that we should take seriously, I think my favorite, my most anticipated animated film is coming up right around the corner, February 13th. February 13th, Goat is coming out. I cannot wait for this. This is a Stephen Curry developed film about a goat that wants to be a lead in the movie. A lead in the not in the he's a lead in this movie. He wants to be a star in their NBA essentially,
Yeah,
but he's too small. Small can't ball. Which is apparently what Steph Curry was told his whole life, and kind of like I think a pretty good play on the words that he is telling that he is the greatest of all time, that he himself is the GOAT. A little nod to that. So this one to me looks fantastic. Jacob, where are we at on this one?
I just feel like these type of movies just don't interest me, and I kind of have that same thing though. Like with most of these anime, like Zootopia didn't interest me, Inside Out 2 doesn't interest me. This is a little bit different though because it does have the sports influence into it. And I just still though, if I'm gonna go to a movies, I'm definitely not going to see something like this. So this one, I'm not necessarily gonna like. No, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna
All
say
right.
it.
Well,
There's no chance.
I had you as an X on this. So
Yeah, there's no chance I'm going to see this movie. Even when it comes to streaming, I'm definitely not watching it. This seems like something I would watch down the road when I have kids one day.
okay.
Just my area of life I'm in right now, I have zero desire to watch that stuff. So it'll probably do well. I don't think this one will be a $1 billion movie though.
No, no, I think this will do well. I think we'll probably set around the. I'm gonna say maybe 300,000.
That's what I
I
was gonna
think
say. A high peak of like 400.
it just depends on how well it's received overseas. February is a tough time to release a movie. You know, the
Yeah.
only movies that really started doing well in February was Black Panther. Black Panther was the first movie ever to break $1 billion in February. I think Deadpool.
Well,
I don't
and
remember
the other
when
thing,
Deadpool came out. I know it's in February, but I don't know before or after Black Panther.
the other thing with the February release date, like what holiday dominates February? When you think of February, Valentine's Day,
Oh,
right?
I was gonna say Martin Luther King. Just
I
kidding.
think
That's
Valentine's Day,
next
right?
week.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
Sorry.
This movie has zero draw for that, right? Like you're not going to be like, "Hey
No.
babe, you want to go watch the GOAT movie?" Now there's going to be some dudes out there that do, right? There's going to be
Yeah.
some diehard Steph Curry fans that are probably dragging their significant other to see the GOAT movie. But the large majority of people are not going to be seeing this movie in February. It seems like this movie will have a much better time on their streaming services. It's going to be one of those things you can throw on. If you
Yeah.
have a kid that's obsessed with sports, they'll probably love watching it. It'll be something they watch over and over and over again, but does not seem like a good February movie. If I was him, I would have released this around the NBA Finals when people are high on basketball. There's something, things
That's
that
a
are exciting.
really that's a
That
really
seems like a much
good.
better idea.
The problem that this has with it is 12 movies are getting released on that day,
Oh well,
right?
yeah,
Like
just good luck to that.
we got Crime 101 with Chris Hemsworth. We got Hunting Jessica Brock. We got the Nirvana band documentary. Good luck, have fun, don't die. There's Wuthering Heights. I think that's a actually I think that's a re-release. But anyway, there's like a good amount of movies
A
that it
lot
has
that day.
competition with, and like you said, Valentine's Day. That's a big drawback. So yeah,
The Chris
and
Hemsworth
plus
movie has higher
Jacob's not
has
coming.
No, I'm not going. I'm not going. The Chris Hemsworth movie has higher Valentine's Day, right? Because there's going to be some
It,
action and the girls get to look at Chris Hemsworth. I mean, that's the type of thing you're releasing around Valentine's Day, not the GOAT movie talking about Steph Curry's journey to the NBA, essentially. So, yeah, tough one here. But it is a good
yeah,
one to bring up. I'm glad you brought it up.
yeah, yeah. Well, I will love to go see this. I won't see it on Valentine's Day, but I would love to take the kids to see this. Um, I'm not that scummy. uh, Next on the list, the following week, we get to see. Um, I can only imagine two. Now, I can only imagine
I don't
two
think I've seen
is
this one.
that's the Christian film about Mercy Me, the
Okay, okay.
band that came out with I Can Only Imagine the song. Well, this is kind of like after experiencing the fame and success of I Can Only Imagine, how do you continue? Um, how do you continue with that? And it's actually the story of him writing the song Even If. Um, and Even If is a line from Daniel in Daniel when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are about to be sent into the fire. Um, they say, "Hey, my God is big enough to save me from these flames and to deliver me from your hand. But even if He doesn't, I'm still not bowing to you. I'm going to serve the Lord." And so that's kind of like the heart behind the song, and kind of the heart behind the movie, I think, is because he is feeling like he's going through the fire. So I'm excited for this. I can only imagine one is fantastic. It's an amazing story. A good look at the heart behind that song, what he had to go through. It's a little odd seeing him play himself from 20 years older than he was, but it's one of those movies that you don't watch for the acting, you don't watch for it. You watch it to see what the story actually was and kind of
Mm.
feel something. So this is one that I'm excited that it's coming out. I didn't know it was coming out until think 2 weeks ago I saw a trailer for it or something, and I'm excited for it, but I'm probably not going to make it out to the theaters to see it. What
Yeah,
about
same
you?
thing for me here. Those are usually better stay-at-home movies. Friday, late Friday night, you don't want to go do anything. Hey, let's watch this movie that we haven't had a chance to. Seems like a great one for there. I probably won't make it to the movies for that one either, though.
Have you seen the first one?
No, I haven't.
Okay. If you like Mercy Me at all, or you like that song, I recommend watching it. It's definitely a good watch. So
Yeah, you know me, not a big music person, but I might throw it
hates
in.
music,
Yeah, not a
hates
big music
music.
person. No.
And that is crazy. I think it was so funny because my overall listen to artists, Forrest Frank for the last year on my like wrap up was over 4,000 minutes of listening to him, and that was like double what somebody had total listens. And
Well, Spotify, I don't think shows podcasts because they didn't give me any. And so,
yeah,
like, my wrapped up thing was just the Star Wars theme song. Like, the that's all it was. Because that's the only song I played on Spotify. And I think I did that, like, just randomly. Like, I would just put it on when I was being dumb or something. I'd be acting like a Jedi in my living room. And so, literally. So that's what mine looked like.
oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I
Yeah.
had like 4,000 hours of Forrest Frank and 2,000 hours of NF. It was like, and then like 1,800 hours of Phil Wickham, and then it continued to go. But
Mine
uh,
was 13 minutes of John Williams.
that
Oh,
is
that's
so
good.
funny. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Okay. So another X. We are
Yeah.
4 for 4. 0 for 4.
So we got 19 more attempts though, and I only got to get there 10 times. So the
Well,
odds are still in our favor.
I don't know how good it's looking. I might should have counted on this list a little more before I said yes to the 10.
Yeah, yeah. I'm still agreeing with you. I still think I get there 10 times. I
All
still
right.
think I get there.
Well, the next movie that's coming out on March 6th is the Disney Pixar film Hoppers. Hoppers is about the scientific experiment of trying to connect with the animal kingdom. A girl is in school and she helps with a lab. She puts on a translator for the animal and she gets to avatar essentially to the beavers. She then becomes you know, the stand up Jake Sully for the beavers and saves the planet or saves their little part of the forest. So it definitely looks like a big Avatar ripoff here. For those of you listening, Jacob has already thrown up his
And
X.
listen,
He checked
listen.
out 2 seconds into
No,
the
no, 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 no.
description.
Time out, time out. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, the X is only because there's no way I'm going to the movies for this. Every time I have seen the teaser for this, I love it. I think this is going to be a great
Oh,
movie.
okay.
This is going to be those one of those movies. I wouldn't be surprised at this point if it gets like $800,000-900,000, starts knocking on the door of $1 billion. This is one of the. I think
Really?
this will be the first big one this year. I could be way off on that. But with it being like a new thing, it seems like Pixar has put a lot into it. I could definitely see this one being a big movie. And I think the premise behind it is fantastic. I think it looks good. It looks funny. It's all that stuff. I just know there's no shot I'm going to watch in the theaters. But I do think this will be a good one. So this is going to be my first prediction. This one's going to perform very well. I don't think it gets to $1 billion, but I think it knocks on the door.
This is definitely one that I could take Charlie to on like a Tuesday matinee,
Yeah.
right? Like, hey, go to the movies for $6, check out a fun movie, and then I get to review it here on the podcast.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to be great. Um, so I'm expecting this to be a 7 for me. Is kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's going to be enjoyable, but I don't really care to go like out of my way to watch it again. Nothing over the top bad. I think protecting our environment's a really good thing. The good Lord gave us this earth to take care of. I don't think we should just destroy it, as so many people do. But
Meanwhile, Zane's burning coal over in the background. He's keeping the house warm.
yeah, I've got the gas guzzler tax, and I'm burning,
Yeah, yeah.
burning the environment down. But anyway, no, I think Hoppers. I think Hoppers looks fun. I will get out to the theater more than likely to see this, and simply, the difference is I have kids. You don't,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Like,
100%.
if I didn't have kids, there ain't no chance I'm going to see this. So, this next one is one I'm very excited about, and it is called The Breadwinner. Do you know anything about The Breadwinner?
I feel like you've brought it up before. Have you mentioned this one in
I have
passing,
not.
maybe? I feel like
Never
I've heard
mentioned
the
this one.
name before. I feel like I've heard the name. I don't know what the premise of it is. I just feel like I've heard that name.
So this is this is Nate Bargatze's movie. Who, if you don't know, Nate Bargatze is a very clean stand-up comic, probably one of the hottest comics on the circuit right now, and he is my favorite. I have been listening to this guy for over a decade. I remember listening to him to Sirius Laugh Channel when we used to have Sirius in our cars. And when his skits came on, I was always so excited because I was like, this guy is my favorite. But this is like a super mom lands a Shark Tank deal, switching roles with her husband, the breadwinner, and he then struggles to adapt to being a stay-at-home dad. So I'm so excited for this film. Gonna be
Is he playing
hilarious.
in it?
Oh yeah, he's the
Okay.
star. He is
He is the lead. Okay.
he is the dad that now has to go home and be the stay-at-home dad.
I didn't know if this was like one of his like projects he was like directing or something, or if he was actually going to be in it. So
I think he wrote it. I think he wrote
okay.
it, and then he also, because he always jokes around about like him not being a man's man, because they're like when somebody comes to the house like for a repair, he's like, they're like his wife's standing there, and they're like trying to talk to him about it. And he's like, I don't know, talk to her. I don't know, I don't know what you're doing. But he's so this would be a very natural thing for him to have no clue what to do if put in the circumstance that he would be the
Yeah.
person who had to stay home. So I think this is going to be hilarious. I think this is going to be like one of those really good comedies that we really don't quite see coming uh, to perform well, but it's clean. You can probably take your family to it, and I think it's going to be really really good.
Yeah.
Probably not like 3-year-olds.
Another X.
Oh,
Another X.
another X from
I'm not
Jacob. All
getting to the
right.
theaters for this one. No chance. So
Now we know you despise music and think it's the worst. Do you also despise stand-up comics?
I like a good comedy.
Okay.
I'm always happy to laugh, always down to laugh.
Okay.
But no, it's just one of those things. I'm not like I do not go to the movies to see a comedy. I would so much rather watch it from home. So
I don't know, dude. I've had some really good comedy experiences in the theater. If the vibe is right in a theater, it can really enhance the comedic
but if
value
it's
for me.
not, I feel like it just brings it down. So that's
Uh,
why I'd rather just watch it from home.
Now, here's the funny part for me is the vibe's not much better at home because the comedy movies I need a vibe for, I'm not getting from Chelsea.
Oh, see,
Like,
I will vibe regardless. Like Danielle could be telling me this is the worst thing she's ever watched, and I will be crying laughing on the couch next to her.
oh, I'll
So
still love
I'm so
it.
used to that, like it's cool with me.
I still love it, but it's really nice when you get that like, okay, somebody else is here and also thinks this is funny. Like I'm not just going psychotic. That was an actual funny line.
Yeah, for sure. No, I get it.
Um,
I get it.
yeah. Oh man, don't try to watch Scott Pilgrim with Chelsea. She'll not be happy.
Not enjoy it.
Not enjoy it. So, all right. So we're 0 for 6. March 20th. March 20th, we have Project Hail Mary coming out. This is starring Ryan Gosling. He is an astronaut and he is on a mission to save Earth alone in space. Jacob. Oh. Okay, we got our first is
Our
that a
first,
goalpost?
yes.
What is
No,
that?
that's a.
That's a Y? A Y. Okay. Nah. Okay, our first yes from Jacob. You will be going to
Yep.
watch this. What intrigues you the most about this film?
I'm actually getting ready to read the book that it's based on, so that's part of the reason
Ooh.
why. Yes. So I'm
Okay.
excited for that reason. I think it's going to be really good. I have seen the teasers for this, and I like these type of movies a lot, like the sciency, like space stuff, like oh the world is
Yes.
ending, we got to figure out a way to save it. I think those things are so interesting. And in the one trailer I saw for it, I mean, it's Ryan Gosling. He's incredible. I think he
He's
is
so good.
such a good actor. So no, this one is one I will try to make it to the movies for. My wife is also interested in it. I think she's going to try to read the book too. So it should be a lot of fun for us both to read it and then go watch it and then discuss it afterwards. But no, I'm gonna try to make it for this one.
You'll have to let me know how that goes because this is from the same author who wrote The Martian. right? So,
Yep.
The
Yep.
Martian is an incredible movie, a really good book, and then we got Christopher Miller and Phil Lord behind the camera. So,
Yep.
with that ensemble, I'm very optimistic about this. I'm very excited. And then, like you said, Ryan Gosling is just incredible in everything he does. Um, a
He just brings
spectacular.
a charm to every
He
movie.
has
He has
such
a charm.
charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah, he rolled a nat 20 when he was rolling for charisma.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh, 100%. Yeah. With a +4. Like, he's got it all.
um, it's so funny because he like you see the videos of him even as a kid, like tap dancing with like the six girls, and like you just knew that was his destiny was to be an actor, and it's just
Yeah.
funny. Like he definitely is. He nails it. He is the epitome of like a really good actor. So I
For
love
sure.
Ryan Gosling. I'm excited for this one. So we got our first yes. Now I also didn't
Yep.
have
Yep.
you down as a yes for this one. So that's my first one.
There you
That
go. There you go.
oh
9 more to
no,
go. 9 more to
9 more.
go. And we're going to string them together. There's going to be a period I feel like we
Oh
get through
yeah.
here that it's just like, yes,
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 yes.
yes.
So, yeah, I think there's still a good chance. I think it's still a good chance.
Now, this is the one that I was banking on you wanting to go to that is kind of this is what I saw this movie and I said, okay, I think if Jacob goes to this one, we'll get there 10 times this year.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. This
and
could be
that,
if you said you had 8 for sure's and you
yeah,
just got this
I
could
think
be this is
this
big
could
right
be
here.
it.
It's a
And
big
then I could be
reveal.
wrong.
It's a big reveal.
April 3rd, we got a Super Mario Galaxy coming out.
Mm,
Now,
mm,
this movie
mm,
looks
mm.
like a ton of fun. We're introducing a ton of new characters, and the first movie made over $1 billion.
Yep.
Everyone was very hesitant on Chris Pratt being Mario, and he came out and actually killed it. I was very
Yep.
happy with the voice acting of Mario. I didn't watch it until it came to our screen at the house, and I am so thankful. My kids absolutely adore it. Charlie was absolutely terrified of Bowser, but she's grown out of that now. She's all for it. So Super Mario Galaxy is one I know I'll be going to the theater to watch. Jacob, where are we at? Yeah, that's a
100% going to
big old
see this.
yes.
This is the first Mario video game I ever beat. But little
Okay.
disclaimer, I actually didn't beat it because I got to the very last level and I was like, all right, I'm putting the Wii down for the day. Gonna come back. I'm gonna beat this last world tomorrow. Well, unbeknownst to me, my brother gets on our Wii and he wipes the system of all its memory. So from that moment on, I was like, you know what? I'm never going back to it. Never gonna beat it. It's just gonna live in infamy forever. But I loved it. I had a really great time playing through it. Just never beat that final level. So I'll definitely be
Wow.
going to watch this. Super Mario Galaxy is going to be an absolute blast. So yeah, I'll be there for that one.
Luke. Luke, Luke,
Nice
Luke,
little
Luke,
scumbag,
Luke.
dude.
Daggone, man. Grown a lot, you know. It's crazy
Oh,
how
he's
you
done that
go.
multiple times. He's done that multiple times to me. He did it to my
Did he
PlayStation
do
one
it on
time.
purpose?
No, he just was
Yeah, okay.
little and was just clicking around. Just
It's
somehow,
amazing
you know how
how you
they
can
managed to do
accident.
that.
It's
Yep,
insane.
yep.
Oh
So,
man, I
yep.
remember one time me and my brother we were playing Gran Turismo, and there was the first car you won from the race. It was like a kind of automatic win. It was worth $330,000 or something. Like it was like ridiculous. Well, there was a trade feature in that game where you could insert two memory cards and trade vehicles from one to another. And so he was like, I got the unlimited money glitch. So he was doing that, trading and
The same
selling
car over and over.
over and over again. And he was deleting the memory card every time with the new one. Well, he got careless and deleted the one that
The
had
good
all
one.
all of our save data. And I mean, we probably had like 300 hours in that game, and my dad played. My dad
Yeah.
played that Gran Turismo with us. And Zach was so mad. I think he punched a hole in the wall. He was so mad. And my dad came home and was like, well, all right. And he never played video games with me again.
That was it.
That
All
was
that
it.
work down the
That was
drain.
the end. He never played video games again. So Zach ruined that.
That's so good.
So funny.
That's one thing I can say. Like, I've played video games a lot. I've never been one to get angry with a game. Like,
Yeah.
I've never broken a controller. I've never punched anything. I'm pretty pretty good in that regard, which I'm proud of
That's
myself.
awesome.
Because I feel
That's
like that's like
big.
that is a trend. Like you go through that stage in your like video game career. I never got there. I always got past that part. So
I I got frustrated, but it was mainly with Zach.
yeah,
Um,
not at the game.
I never, yeah, because I was always worse. I was 3 years younger, so like I never really had a
Yeah.
shot at winning. So I had no reason to be mad. Like if I beat him, which you know, not going to tell any lies here, I rarely did. Like I was,
See,
I
it's
was
funny
not
though.
great at
Like
video
the
games.
opposite, because my brother was younger than me, and we would play games together, and I would just
Smoke him.
destroy him, but he would
Yeah,
actually get mad. Like he would actually get angry that he was losing. I'm like, what did you expect? I've been playing this game. We'd be playing NBA 2K or something, and I'm like, of course I'm gonna win. Like I know all the plays. Like I know he didn't even know how to like call plays, and I'd be doing like all sorts of like back screening and like throwing alley oops and stuff, and he would be getting so mad about it. But it's good
that's
that you were
funny.
able just to be like, I know I'm not gonna win. I'm just playing to have fun.
And I'm definitely not perfect. I got mad a lot, but it was
Yeah.
always like I was just frustrated. I was like, dude, just like let me have fun. Like
It's a rite of passage, man. It's a rite
it
of passage.
is.
You gotta
Yeah,
earn
yeah,
it. You gotta earn
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Made me learn how to work for stuff. You know,
Yeah, yeah. That's why.
nothing
That's
given to
where
you
why
in
you're
this
where you're
life.
at right now. Is because
Nothing
Zach
given to
never
you in
let you
this
win
life,
video games.
Zane. Yeah, Zach
Uh,
instilled that character in me.
yeah.
Um, all right, so that's three. This next one is
I think
one
it's
I
only
have.
two, right?
That's
Is
two.
that two?
That's
Yeah,
two.
yeah. Yeah. We
This
can't cheat the system here.
I'm
Can't
not
cheat the
going to. I
system.
got a track going. Um, this next one comes out on the same day. Now this one is another iffy one for you. I don't think it is, but it's a happily engaged couple is put to the test when an unexpected turns sends their wedding week off the rails. This is called The Drama, and it's starring Robert Pattinson and Zendaya, and it's an A24 film.
Yeah, I can't do the romance things because that's what kind of what this feels like. I also saw the trailer for this one before Marty Supreme, and it does look charming, but these are just so not my type of movie.
You
Like
don't
I just
you
am
you
not.
don't think Danielle might get you there? Get you there
No,
for this one?
she'll probably go with somebody else. She'll go with her friends or
You
something.
won't go with her? Come
Well,
on,
she actually
Jacob.
just went and saw, was it The Housemaid? Is
Yeah,
that the one that's out
the
now? She
housemaid.
went and just saw that with some of her friends. So I expect that to probably be similar, a little girls' night or something like
How
that.
was that?
She liked it a lot. She had read the book too, so she was already interested in it and stuff like that. But it just not one of those things I'm interested in. This one's right there with it. Just
All
I
right,
like Robert Pattinson a lot, but
you
not
do.
enough to get to a movie like this.
All right, so we're at two. We're at
So
two.
too.
I don't know if you're gonna watch this one. This next one's a little questionable for us. May 22nd, we have The Mandalorian and Grogu. Jacob, are you gonna make it? You gonna make it out to this one?
I'm so frustrated though about this one because why is it May 22nd? Like you're
But
in the
good.
month, the Star Wars month,
Put it
and you
on your
can't move
birthday.
this. Yeah,
Put
move
it
it
on
up
your
18
birthday.
days. I don't even care about it's my birthday, but you have a Star Wars movie, and let's be honest, the project that saved Star Wars, right? The Mandalorian saved Star Wars. I don't think you
I
can
can't.
argue it.
I wouldn't. I'm
Yeah.
an argumentative guy, as we found out last week. I
You can't argue though. The Mandalorian literally saved Star Wars, and we're not going to give him a Star Wars Day movie premiere.
well,
Come on. Now I'm
That's a
still going to be going.
Monday.
Like, yes, it's a yes, but like, come on. Like,
That's a Monday.
I don't care. Just get it in the theaters for May the 4th. Come on now.
What if they
Or
did
if anything,
prime? What
do
if they
like a
did prime
special.
early screenings
That's
on May
literally,
the
yeah.
4th?
Do a 1 day thing. Like, it's
Okay.
it's a given. Like, you know how much money they would make on National Star Wars Day releasing a
At,
movie?
as much as they're gonna make on May 22nd.
I think there would be people that would go for that. I think there would be people that would go
Everyone
because it's
who
Star Wars
would
Day.
go for Star Wars Day, I think, is still going to go see this.
I think you'd get some people that aren't as big into current Star Wars that would be like, there's a new Star Wars movie. I loved it. I'm going to go for National Star Wars Day. I think you'd
Okay.
get some extra people there because there's no harm in releasing it that 1 day. Like, you're going to get
Except
those
it's a
people in. And
Monday.
yeah, but you're still releasing it again like later that month. So
Yeah,
I'm just disappointed in that.
it extends the
Just
range.
disappointed.
I know. I get that. I get that. If May the 4th was a Wednesday or a Thursday or anything other than a Monday or Sunday, I would agree with you. I don't know. It's just those days are hard to release on.
It's just do a Disney, because the Disney early. If you're a Disney Plus member, you can buy a ticket. You can go watch it
That
May
would
the
be
4th.
cool. I
I would
like that.
100% go. I would
Yeah,
100% do it.
I would too.
But
I would. All right. Next one. I think
is
this
that
has
3? Are we up to
that's
3?
that's 3. That's 3 for you.
Okay.
We're in May. So June 19th. I think this is a yes. June 19th, we
Mm-hmm.
got Toy Story 5.
Mm-hmm.
Toys versus tablets. Jacob,
Mm-hmm.
you are the champion Toy Story goer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there it is. There's a
Yep. Yep.
yes.
Yep.
There's a yes for us. Yeah. Now I'm pretty hard on Toy Story, but you love Toy Story. Are you
Oh yeah.
excited for this fifth one?
I am. I do wish Toy Story would have stopped with 3. 3 was such a good send off. Like,
Yes.
didn't need the other one. Definitely didn't need 4. And I still like 4. I still think it is a good
Yep.
movie. I
Four's
love
good.
Forky. Forky is hilarious. Like, I really am excited though about the premise of this movie. If there was ever going to be a movie that did toys versus like electronics, I think this is going to be so good. I think they're going to have a lot of funny jokes. I think they're going to have a lot of jokes that us adults understand that the kids that are watching just do not get at all, which I love those type of jokes. Super excited about that. And I do love Toy Story. So I am very excited for it, but I do wish they would have stopped at 3 still. I'll say that for every
Yep.
Toy Story movie that gets released from now on. But this one could change the tide. I think it's got a really good premise. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I will definitely be seated for that one.
And Quentin Tarantino agrees with you. He says that
Yep.
it had almost the perfect trilogy. Why would you screw
Yep.
it up with a fourth?
Yep.
So again, I actually echo pretty much everything you said. I think the third one is the best one. But again, yeah, probably should have stopped there. But
Mm-hmm.
who's not going to go see Toy Story 5? You know,
Oh, it
you
is
got
going to make a
two.
ton of money.
I got 2 kids at home that love Toy Story that ask for it. You know, I'm gonna be
Yep.
there. I'm gonna
Yep.
be sitting there
Yep.
sometime. It might be on a Tuesday, but I'll be there.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
They'll get our money somehow.
yeah, they already are. You know, the Disney machine, the Disney machine that owns everything, including the
Yep.
NFL now. All right,
That's
that's
4.
4. I'm feeling pretty good.
Feel better now?
Oh yeah, I think we've got it. I think we've got
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I think we definitely have it. Yep. We did
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Okay. Next one's an obvious yes. June 26th. I'm so excited for this film. Supergirl. Jacob,
Yeah.
we talked about it. We reviewed the comic. What are you feeling?
Oh, dude, I am so much higher on DC than I am literally anything Marvel, because DC is, it feels like they have the wind in the sails, the momentum is behind them, like they are cooking. Like, whether you're talking about comic books, which in the comic book industry, this is a huge thing going on right now. Marvel just cannot figure it out, right? They keep rebooting series so they can release a new number 1 and hopefully get people excited in it. And then their most successful thing that they have going for them, which is the Ultimate Universe. Hey guys, guess what? It's ending this year. Because why? We don't know. They are just not making any of the correct decisions. And it feels like the same thing that's happening with the MCU. They just don't seem to understand what people are actually wanting. Whereas the DC Universe right now, whether you're talking about comics or the movies, they just seem to have it all figured out, right? Superman, huge hit. Everyone loved it. I feel like that was just such a big moment in pop culture last year, in nerd culture last year. Everyone was so stoked to finally see the DC universe kick back off. The comics are unbelievably good right now. Everything they are putting out, people are excited for. You're having books released the same day, being put on eBay later that night for triple the price, and they're selling for that. Like, it is just insane, the momentum that DC has right now. So I'm going to be there. This is going to be hopefully a Thursday night watch for me, because I love everything that the DC universe has going for it. So yeah, this is going to be good.
That is awesome. Yeah, no, I definitely excited to check this one out. I'd like to be there on Thursday with you.
Yep,
Um,
yep.
on opening night watching this one.
On that big XL screen. I'm going to have my big,
Maybe
nice
IMAX.
tin thing of popcorn right here, the nice collector's bucket, and I'm going to
Okay.
have the cool collector's cup right here. I'm I'm just gonna be going to town. I'm so pumped for this. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
That's awesome. A good day in the theater. When this one's going to be released.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
following that up, we get a little bit of time. I actually think Supergirl has a really nice release window, uh, which it's sandwiched between some really big ones. It comes the week after Toy Story, which is going to take some momentum away, but we really don't have anything else competing with Supergirl until July 17th. So, oh, July 10th, the Moana remake, but we all know no one's going to watch that
no,
except
no,
for everyone. Um,
not me.
not
I will
me.
stand strong. I'm
I
not going
I
to that.
I love the stand strong and don't remake animated films in live
No,
action just
no,
for the heck of
no.
it.
Mm-mm.
I'm with you there. That comes out on July 10th. It's a big no. Anyone who wants to watch that, more power to you. Awesome. But I just the animated is a good form of media. We don't need to make it live action to make something good.
For
Um,
sure.
and in fact, I think live action has screwed up pretty much every series it's tried. So, but July 17th, my most anticipated film of the
Yeah,
year,
it's a big one. Big one.
The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Jacob, you going to be sitting there front and center?
Oh yeah. So Zane, I'm gonna be there with my nice collector popcorn bucket. No, this is a big one, right? I am curious though.
Okay.
Christopher Nolan, right? Big name. He's got every actor he could ever want for this role, right? The movie, the little like I don't even know if we call it a trailer because what we got to see before the Avatar movie was more like a scene. We got to see
Yeah.
like literally a scene from the movie.
Yeah, it was like the
Looked
preface.
it was breathtaking, right? My heart was beating, like it was so good. But we've seen these type of movies with these big actors and these big names not be able to cross that $1 billion threshold. First movie that comes to mind right now is Dune 2, right? I don't think that movie ever got to $1 billion in the theaters,
It didn't.
and it
900.
had everything you could think of that it would have. It has the names, it has the director, it has the heritage, it has the history, it has it all.
It had
What do you
one
think about
problem.
this one? Do you
It
think
had
it
one
gets there?
problem. Dune 2 suffered from people saying Dune 1 was boring.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I think that's what killed it. People who are like, no, even the people who are like, dude, it's way better. They're like, no, I didn't like the first one. I'm not watching the second one. This one 100% crosses $1 billion.
Okay.
It's Christopher Nolan. The only reason that Oppenheimer didn't, which is because
I don't think it
Barbie
did. It Barbie.
is
Yeah.
Barbie would release the same day, right? Literally, people were watching back to back movies, Oppenheimer and Barbie, but that still takes away screens. That still
Hmm.
gives another option. So regardless, I think the Odyssey completely uncompeted until July 31st. We have 2 weeks of solid screens, and then it's still going to continue to earn money. I think the Odyssey has no problem crossing $1 billion. This is Christopher Nolan. This is a beloved classic. No one has tried this. No
No.
one has done these stories before. They've done the Iliad. People have tried the Iliad. We got Troy. We have other. Yep, there you go. We
I
got
mean,
it.
this is. Does this not tell you this?
How
I think
excited
this
you
speaks
are.
volumes to it, right?
Yeah,
I don't know how to
I get
read
it.
this.
Volumes.
Look at this. Look at how it's written. I don't know how to read this, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. And so I think
Jacob's
that
like,
right
there's
there.
no pictures.
Yeah, like why do you think people ask why do you read comic books? Well, I can't read. But I'm telling you, right? This speaks volumes right here as to why I am gonna go see this. That's how interested I am. That's how
I
much was
love
it
it.
like what? It was only like was it a 5 minute clip that we got before Avatar? I think it was like a 5 minute thing
It
was
was
like
6. It was 6 minutes. Yeah.
6 minutes got me to go buy a book that I can't even read. I mean, come on, come on. So yeah, I agree with you. I think this is $1 billion movie.
That's incredible. I really hope it does. Because I really want these movies to be made. As much as I love
Yeah.
comic book movies, as much as I love the what we have competing with DC, what we have competing with Marvel, dude, I like these were the movies I grew up on. I
Mm.
grew up on the movies like Troy. I grew up on the movies like Braveheart, The Patriot. Those movies are the ones that I like that like really stick in my soul. Saving Private Ryan. And I know these are a little different, but man, this is like if we can get this quality, and then I mean, he's taken on Dunkirk, which I love Dunkirk more than most people do, and I kind of really love what he did with that. So I'm really intrigued to see what he does with this one. Does he stay true to the source material? Does he add a time element to it that changes? Do we switch from storytelling to experiencing to current day? I think he's going to really have some really fun creative liberties with this. And then, after this, he's got to go do a comedy. So
Yeah, it's about all he's missing,
that's
right?
all he's missing.
Yeah,
So I'm really excited for this film. I think it's going to be phenomenal, and it has some of my absolute favorite actors in it. So how can we possibly go wrong with this cast? I
for
just
sure,
don't
for
think you
sure.
can.
No, it literally a 6 minute movie scene. The acting was already some of the best I've ever seen. Like, it's gonna be so good. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, billion
super good.
dollar. Do you think this is the first $1 billion movie of the year?
Oh no, no, I think it's the fourth.
Which other ones? I'm probably already forgetting some of them. Which ones do you
Yeah,
have
I
getting a
think I
billion?
think the first $1 billion one is Mario.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Then we have Grogu, Mando and
Oh, so
Grogu.
you do think that gets to a billion?
I think that gets to a billion. It's what revitalized Star Wars, and I know it's coming out late. I know it's coming out late from when it should have been released,
Amen.
but I just think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a good time at the theaters. I think the haters who have problems with the Force, who have problems with Ray, who have problems with what they're doing with that stuff, that's not existent in this.
I
I don't
feel
see
like
those
though
problems.
the last season got so much hate. I'm interested to see if that does carry into this movie. The big thing it has going for it is what's that second name in the title?
Grogu.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna sell $1 billion in toys. They're
Yeah,
gonna do they're gonna
that's
do the
right.
whole thing.
Yeah, the toy
So
market will overcome any losses if it takes any.
exactly, 100%. So I'm still on the fence. I don't even want to make a suggestion on that movie yet. I want to see once we get a little closer how the hype builds up for it.
Okay.
Because right now I don't see a lot of hype for it. I don't see a lot of people talking about it. It did come off a bad season by a lot of people's standards. I still enjoyed the last season. I'm interested to see what that one. The Mario I for sure agree with you on. This one I'm gonna wait a second to see on because I'm not for sure yet.
I enjoyed the last season, but I do think it was by far the worst. Not even
Oh,
close.
I would agree with that. I would
Yeah,
agree with
like
that.
I enjoyed it, but I was like, oh, this is not great.
Yeah.
Toy Story 5 billion
Okay,
dollars.
so you do think it gets there? Okay.
Yeah, I think it gets there, and then I think this is it. I don't think
Okay.
Supergirl gets there.
Yeah, Supergirl's interesting. This will be a good sign for how big the DC hype actually is
Yeah,
because we talked about it a little bit right before this podcast, or maybe it was already when it started. Superman had Fantastic Four, and Fantastic Four had Superman that they were competing against. They both kind of shot each other in the foot because neither of them got to a billion, which I think we would have, both said they would have if they were both releasing at different times. If one was coming
right.
out a month before the other, I think we would have both been like, yeah, these are $1 billion movies. But we were both kind of on the fence about it. I don't remember what the predictions were for sure. I think I said that Fantastic
I think
Four would and Superman wouldn't.
I think
Um,
you flipped it. I think you said Superman will and Fantastic won't.
maybe, yeah. And I
But
was just
anyway,
wrong on both fronts. Like,
right.
neither of
Well,
them got there.
one
Well,
of them
yeah, halfway.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so I think that Supergirl will be a good tell if it actually is that it was just Superman was going up against another big movie, or if really the hype isn't quite as big as maybe I'm perceiving it to be.
Okay. I don't think it's there yet. And honestly, I just don't think the hype there is there for Supergirl. She's not as frontline.
Hmm.
And also, female superheroes just don't sell as well. The only reason Captain Marvel did as well as she did is because of Endgame. If
Now,
Endgame
would
wasn't
you
coming out sandwiched between them, if it wasn't Infinity War, Captain Marvel, Endgame, she doesn't make $1 billion. It's not even close.
would you say that probably the first DCU project we see get to a billion is whenever the Batman, whatever the James Gunn's Batman is? Do you think that'll be the one to do it?
I don't know. I definitely think that will, but when is
Yeah,
that? You know,
I'm assuming it's going to be 2028, 2029.
yeah. Ticket prices
That's
may
my
be
guess.
$30.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. um, I feel like that's since Superman didn't get there, which you would probably argue Superman's top three most well known
Oh,
superhero,
I
right?
think he is the best well-known superhero.
I would say probably Spider Man. I think probably edges him out.
You think so now?
I would think so
Probably
now.
now within the
Yeah,
time. Yeah, you might be
and
right. We both have
I
a
would say
Spider-Man in our background.
yeah, and I would say Batman probably does also at this
He's
point
at
in
least
time.
top 3. He's got to be top
Yeah,
3.
that's what I'm saying. So top three, if Superman wasn't able to do it, Supergirl is going to have a harder time, like you were saying. I do feel like though you said the female led thing, I feel like that almost does subside a little bit with this character in particular, and kind of what we're getting. You know, the type of female character we're getting with her. It's not really your. I feel like you're a normal one. She's a little bit grittier, a little bit grimier. There's some other big names in this one. We know Jason Momoa is going to be in it. So I could see some things maybe playing to its benefit, but I kind of agree with you there as
Yeah,
well.
I
I think
think it's
it'll have a hard
I think
time.
it's going to make money. I just don't think it's
Yeah,
going to be a billion. So,
yeah, for
so
sure.
I think the Odyssey is our fourth $1 billion film of the year.
Yep.
Um,
Is that my fifth movie I'm going to?
that is your fifth. Yeah, we're halfway there.
Okay,
No,
halfway
sixth.
there.
That's your sixth. That's your
Six,
sixth.
six. There we go.
Yeah.
Man,
And right
we're looking
here's your
up.
seventh, baby.
Number seven.
July 31st, we got Spider-Man Brand New Day coming
Yep,
out
yep.
featuring the Punisher. Um, dude, John Bernthal is the Punisher back in a Spider-Man film. Are
Well,
you
and supposed to
kidding
be
me?
Mark Ruffalo as Hulk is supposed to be back
Who
too.
cares
So
about him, dude? John Bernthal.
we're all going to be
Um,
complaining after the movie when John Bernthal puts a shotgun to the Hulk's chest and it actually hurts him. That's going to be the complaint whenever that movie's said and done.
the only thing I think that is going to be sad about this film is that we're going to get 15 minutes of John Bernthal, and that's probably about it. I
I could
don't,
see
I
it being
don't,
a little bit more. I could see it being a little bit more.
I
I
think it's
do
going to be
hope.
the opening. Maybe then that's it.
I hope this is a very heavy solo Spider-Man movie. To be honest with you, that's what I
Yeah,
think.
that's one of the reasons I don't want the Hulk in it.
Yeah,
Like you
I
can't
hope it
really,
is very heavily tailored to just him. I want to see what his life is like since everyone forgetting him. I want to see how he's dealing with that. I want to see the rogues that he is actually going up against, right? I don't want to see everybody else's. I don't want to see all that. I want to see his rogue gallery. What is
yeah.
Tom
What's
Holland's
it look
rogue
like?
gallery? Because I feel like that's kind of what's been missing from his Spider-Man movies in particular is it almost feels like every one of his movies is somebody else's villain or like somebody else's, you think about what is it, Homecoming? It is
Yeah,
the Vulture, but why is he the Vulture? Because of the
because of
Stark
Tony
tech.
Stark,
Yes, and it's kind of how I feel about what is the
Mephisto,
Mysterio? Kind of
Mephisto.
Mephisto. It kind of is his villain, but
But it's
kind of not
Tony
really
Stark's
because he's
villain.
using Tony Stark's gear, right? I want to see like Tom Holland have a villain that doesn't have a correlation to Tony Stark. Like they
And
don't all have to go back to
and
him.
even in No Way Home, it was
Oh, it's
Andrew
everybody
and
else's.
Toby's villains.
Exactly. Yeah. So he has not had a chance to really have his own villain. Like, give him
Yeah,
somebody that he can go up against. Sadly, I don't think it's going to happen because of when this movie is releasing. I feel like it is going to be another, let's throw everybody else in there. Let's try to build this story up for the upcoming Avengers movie because it's Spider Man and everyone's still going to go watch it. But I do hope it is more, Spider Man focused rather than everything else. And if we get that, I'll be happy. I'm just really not expecting it. I do think it'll gross $1 billion, though, for sure. I think this is $1 billion movie.
I don't know.
You're hesitant on this one. I feel like we're
I
flipped. Because you think Mandalorian Grogu is a
Yeah,
billion. I think this is.
I just think people are hungrier for Star Wars right now than they are for Marvel. And
Okay,
I know this is different because it is a Spider-Man, but the
hmm,
last one made so much money because Andrew and Toby were in it. So
for
I'm
sure.
really interested to see how he stands. How does Spider-Man do without Andrew and Toby? Does Tom Holland have the chops to do it himself without the others? Now I know that we have the Punisher and we have Mark Ruffalo, and that's going to help maybe, but I'm interested to see how much of that $1 billion last time was was Andrew and Toby, and how much
Mhm.
of it was Tom.
All right, I got another. My next wager for you:
Okay.
Spider-Man movie, is Doctor Doom in it in any capacity?
Is Doctor Doom in Spider-Man in any capacity? I feel
Yeah.
like he has to be.
Okay, so you would say yes.
Yes, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, I'm
What
interested
about you?
because
Are you
I
saying
want to say
yes?
no. I want to say no, and I feel like it's gonna be a complaint that we have with this movie coming out when it was supposed to, because I think we both would have agreed we thought Fantastic Four was going to have a little bit more Doctor Doom in it than an end credit scene. I
Okay.
think I thought that for sure going into it. I didn't
Oh, I
necessarily think we'd be introduced to him fully, but I thought we'd have seen kind of like the sprinklings of his work being there, and it just wasn't at all. And I
not
feel
at
like
all.
this is also going to suffer from that. Maybe an end credit scene is where we see him, and that would qualify. Yeah, he does make an appearance. I fully consider the end credit scenes part of the movie, but I feel like it's not going to be, and it's going to be another complaint that we have when Endgame comes around. We're just going to get thrown into Doctor Doom and just not have any sense, and they're going to have to spend so much time trying to explain Doctor Doom to us when they could have been doing it these last few movies and they just didn't. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he doesn't, and I could be super wrong, but I don't see where it fits in this one.
I agree with you there. And I really hope he doesn't.
Yeah.
I hope that this stays a Spider-Man story. I don't want this to be Doctor Doom. I
Hmm.
love Spider-Man. Give me Spider-Man. You're already giving me the Punisher with him. That's awesome. You may be giving me the Hulk with him. That's okay. But let's focus on Spider-Man. Like you said,
Yeah.
let's see his rogues. I don't want him going up against Doctor Doom. We don't need that. Like let's just have a good Spider-Man movie.
Hmm.
And I just went and looked up the other two. So Homecoming did not make $1 billion. It made
Yeah, I knew that
800.
one didn't. Mm.
Far From Home, which came out like 2 months after Endgame, made 1.2 like $1.1 billion.
Hmm.
So on the hypest of the hype that we've ever been, it barely crossed $1 billion. So
I feel like that same hype level is. I feel like this is almost the exact same circumstances, just flipped though. We're
it
getting
is,
this
but I think that's
movie a couple
important.
of months before.
I think that flip is important though, because I think Avengers is what brings everyone back. I don't think Spider-Man does. So
I
I'm
could.
gonna hedge. I'm gonna say this doesn't get $1 billion.
Okay.
That's what my
I
guess is
think that's
gonna
fair.
be. I
I
think
think
it's
that's fair.
close, but I don't think it gets there.
I feel like we both feel the exact same about the flip. Like I said, you feel like that about Mandalorian is going to get there. I'm more hesitant on that one. And it's funny too. We're both more hesitant on each other's
Uh,
favorite franchises.
That's because we love
Like,
it more. We're more
yeah,
protective
so
of
we're
it.
way more critical
We're
about
like,
it. Yeah.
we're like, oh, I hope it does, but I don't think anyone cares.
Yeah.
Um, all right,
Is that
now
seven though? Is
that's
that
7.
seven?
Oh yeah,
All
I
right.
told you, we're golden. We got it.
We're good. We're good.
Um,
Okay.
August 28th, we got Coyote versus uh yeah, that's an Ixnay. That one was this one got shoved by Warner Brothers. This one was completely released, like ready to go, ready to head to the theaters, and Warner Brothers wrote this off as a tax break and said, "Nope, we're scrapping it. We're not doing it." And like this screened really well and tested really well, and like people fought and got this released. Um, so I think that's really cool. I don't think I don't think it'll do great in the box office, but I'm really excited, and it's cool because John Cena is in it. Like John Cena kind of led the way to get this back, because he like worked really hard to like on this movie. He was really proud of it. This is one of his movies where he's not like a wrestler or a marine or peacemaker. So I think he like worked really hard on this movie, and he fought really hard for his fans to get it back. And because of the fame he got from Peacemaker, he got it released, in my opinion.
No, that's super cool. And especially because he just retired, I think, from the WWE. I think he's done
Did he
right now.
really?
I think so. Obviously, like it's in quotes because all those dudes come back and like
He's retired
have a
17 times.
yeah, like literally it happens every time. I mean, The Rock has been back on WWE probably 30 times since he actually retired.
Yeah, can you
But no, I
some
think
mail?
and everyone goes crazy, and it'll be the same thing whenever John Cena's song starts playing. Everyone will go
Ba,
crazy.
ba, da, ba.
But I feel like this is probably why he honestly might have been pushing so hard for it, because like this was probably, like you said, what he was focused on and what he was enjoying, because it was his life after the WWE. So I do think that's cool. I won't be
Yeah.
seeing it, like I said, X, but it's still cool. Still
I'm
cool
there too, but I wanted to talk about it. Like I was like, I think it's worth to be talking about. Like I'm not going to be setting for all these movies, but I am
for
interested in
sure.
them. And if they get if they get enough good reviews, sometimes I can be persuaded
There you
to
go.
see
There you
something
go.
like this. I'm gonna go ahead and put a yes by this one. I know this is one that you're gonna be seeing. That's September 11th. We got Clayface coming out.
Yep.
Clayface coming out. Now, Jacob, this is the one I was mentioning that I feel like has lost all hype, that has lost all rumors, all talking points about it. Everyone seems to be forgetting about this movie coming out this year. How do you feel Clayface is going to perform? Or like what gets you excited about this film? I got one thing that gets me excited, but I wanted to give you an option first.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it still. I do still think about this film because I'm just so excited about the DC stuff. The thing that is exciting to me about it is what they're doing with the DC universe is they are giving something for everybody. And I've talked about this on the podcast before, right? You have your Superman movie that's really kind of just for everybody, right? Everyone's going to go watch a Superman hero movie. Superman, obviously, we just talked about it. Top three probably all time when you're just talking about superheroes in general. But Clayface is supposed to be a horror movie by all accounts, right?
Right.
So you're bringing in a whole other group of people that might not necessarily be as interested in a Superman or a superhero movie or an action movie, but the horror junkies out there love this stuff. Like, it's a huge genre for a reason. So I think it's really smart for them to bring in a horror element movie like this and get that other group of people to come in and watch it when they already know they're going to have the superhero nerds watching it as well. So I think this is a big win for them. I don't think it's going to be like a huge big box office release, but it could be one of those movies that sneakily gets 600,000-700,000 and it's a really big success. Just because if you get that horror people in there, you have a few really good kill gags, which people love in the horror movies. It could get some things going for it there. And so I love what they're doing with it. I will be going to watch it because I'm just want to keep up with all the DC stuff. But I think it's cool. I again don't think it's going to be a huge hit, but I really like what they're trying to do here with it.
Yeah. Now I'm not a big Clayface guy. I don't love that it's horror. I don't kind of really like where they're going with this for what they've said. He was in Creatures Commando, and I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure he met his end in Creatures Commando.
You never really know, right?
Did you
Like
just do
you
six
gotta,
seven?
yeah.
Jacob just
you know,
signaled 6-7 on the podcast.
the age I grew up in, this was an I don't really know type thing. Nowadays, it has a whole different meaning.
Oh,
Um,
that's hilarious. But the thing I'm really excited about this one that is different from everything else is James Gunn has said multiple times that he does not greenlight projects based on what the project is. He greenlights projects based on scripts. And Clayface should not be coming out now. Clayface should be way down the road. Like we should have Batman, we should have Robin, we should have a Nightwing movie. Like there are so many things that we should have before a Clayface film. But yet the script that they brought to James Gunn was so good. He said, "Let's put that on the docket. Let's move forward with that. That's what I want to do." And so for me, that excites me because I think James Gunn is a great creative director. I think he's a good director. I think he's a good writer. Does he have his shortcomings? Absolutely. Um, he's not perfect by any stretch, but I know the man recognizes a good script. And so that's what excites me about this is that out of anything that he could have had, that everything that was brought to him, he said Clayface. And so that's what excites me the most about this.
my hot take for this movie is
It's
big
horrible.
hot take. No, big hot take though.
Big hot take.
Super big one. Do you want to take a guess at it?
We never see Clayface.
No, no. I think we do, but I think we get introduced to a big character in this
You think
movie,
we get
and
Batman?
I do think this will be the first appearance of the DCU Batman. I
Okay.
don't think it'll be a big thing. I don't think it'll be almost in the frame of mind of the end of Penguin, right? We got to see the bat signal, the very end
Yeah.
of the Penguin TV show. Obviously, that's in a whole different universe. It's not correlated to the DCU, but I think it's going to be something similar to that. I think we could
Okay.
see we get maybe a cool look at a cave and bats start flying out of it, and then Alfred, because I hope there's an Alfred in this universe, comes to Batman down. He's working on something, and he throws down a file or something, and it just says something along the lines of Clayface. And there's an issue that Batman has to go figure out, because whatever happened in this movie, it's the horror movie. Maybe he's taking people and killing them. Maybe he's just holding people hostage. Who knows what Clayface is going to be doing? But I think that's going to be the first look we get at the DCU Batman, and I think that's where this movie does get to its $700,000 is because people are gonna be like, dude, Batman is in the movie. People will go see something for a scene. I think that's the big thing that this movie's gonna have going for it.
Okay. So your prediction is that Batman is seen. Now, do we get to see who cast, like who
No,
Batman is?
I don't even think we see a face. I think we literally
Okay.
see along the lines of, like I said, a
I
file
would
gets
get a
thrown
face.
down. We see the back of a head. We just see the cowl. We see the bat ears. I think that's about what we get there.
I think if we got a case, like if we saw a face and we know who casted it, like in Clayface, that would be incredible. And if they kept that secret, holy cow.
Well, there have been leaks from the set of Clayface that it is supposed to take place in Gotham. Like
I
there
have
are
seen that.
pictures of like
Yeah.
Gotham police cars and stuff like that. So I just feel like it only makes sense if you're
Has
going to
to.
greenlight this movie now. Now is the time to kind of just give us a teaser of it. Again, I don't think the Batman movie comes out till probably 28, 29. I still think we're 2, 3 years away from
Yeah.
that. But I think this will be the start of it, and we'll finally get an idea of the direction that DCU is really going in with this movie.
Well, and we have this Clayface character who morphs all the time, right? He can go into anyone. He can be
Mm-hmm.
like he can turn into anything. I think it'd be really cool if we never saw Clayface. We never knew
Yeah,
who
he's
it
just
was.
somebody else.
Like the
Or
entire
maybe he's
movie.
Batman.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, literally.
But anyway, pretty cool. So that's another yes. That puts us up to 8.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So we're plus 11. I think we're gonna be at 11. The next one is a remake of Resident Evil coming out on September 18th. Jacob, yes or no?
No, and I'm kind of sad about this one because I do love the Resident Evil franchise, but all the other movies have not. They're just not good.
Yeah, they're just
They're
fine.
yeah, they're just like
Well,
action
well, the first one is
zombie.
just fine. I didn't see anything past that because it's
Yeah,
like not worth my time.
yeah, they're just like action zombie movies. And I really hope that Resident Evil kind of gets another chance at the screen, whether that be in TV or in a movie form, with how much better people have gotten at adapting video games to
As we're seeing
TV
with
shows and
Fallout.
movies. Yeah, The Last of Us, like there's such a good opportunity there. I don't think this is it because it is just like a remake, but I do hope at some point in the future they get an opportunity and get somebody that's behind the project that actually understands it rather than just trying to put, a cool action scene of the zombie's head getting blown off and, a story that's really just kind of pieced together. I think
With
there
low
is so
level
much potential
graphics.
there.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
the graphics has been a big factor of what has helped these movies go high. The
Hmm.
reduction of cost of incredible CGI, and then the quality that we're seeing has really lent itself to helping these video game movies that require
For sure.
significant amounts of them. You look back at the first Resident Evil, and it just doesn't look
It's
good. It
rough.
looks like it was done
Yeah,
on
it's
a
rough.
PS2, and so that hurts films. So I don't know. I'm not excited to see this one. I'm not going to see this one unless
Yeah,
it's
I
like
won't see it either.
amazing. And even if it's amazing, I'll still wait for it to come to the screen in my
If
house.
I do hear that it is really good, there is potential. Like if people are
Okay.
like, "Hey, this is
So we
finally a
might.
good Resident Evil adaptation," like there is potential. I just don't think
Yeah.
it's going to be that. And so that's why I'm giving it a no. But man, if there was a video game franchise that could get an opportunity,
It's this
Resident
one.
Evil's so good. The story is so good. The world is so cool. Like It's really good. So I hope one day it gets a chance to turn itself around on the big
It
screen.
might.
I just
It
don't think
might.
this is it.
All right. October 2nd, moving right along. Digger. Do you know anything about Digger?
Yeah, I've seen the trailers for this one. It's another X for me, but
Really? Okay, for those of you
yeah,
who don't know, this is Tom Cruise's return to potentially non-action franchises. So this is about a story about the most powerful man in the world embarks on a frantic mission to prove his humanity's savior before the disaster he's unleashed destroys everything. So
yeah,
seems pretty interesting. The trailer gave us absolutely nothing.
yeah.
And I mean, uh,
This is similar to the Resident Evil thing. If I get told this movie is so good, like you got to go watch it, I will happily go watch it. I just don't think it's gonna be that, and so that's why I'm giving it an X for right now.
okay.
But it again has potential. It does have potential. It's just I don't think it's gonna be there.
I would love to say that I'm going to go watch this because I want to see Tom Cruise kind of back in like Jerry Maguire form. I
Mhm.
think he was better in those roles. Um, I know a lot of people love him in these Mission Impossibles, and that's awesome. And he's kind of become this action star that does his own stunts, and that's kind of all he does. But he used to be like top tier actor. Like every big name director wanted to work with him. Everyone had his number. He did significantly more than just this one trick
Mhm.
pony. So I hope this is a return to kind of that. So um yeah, but unfortunately the stage of life I am, I just can't justify going to the movies every once in a while. Like this is less on my list than Marty Supreme is, and I still haven't seen that yet. So
Yeah.
um
No, I get
next
where you're coming from.
October 16th, we have a Street Fighter movie coming out. Jacob, how are we feeling about Street Fighter? Big X, big X.
Yeah,
Okay.
these movies are always terrible. I always think about them like the Mortal Kombat movies. They're so bad. Again, if somebody could understand like the actual point of the video games and not just throw them on these screens and have these cool kill gags, right? Like give us some context there, they would be good. But this is not going to have that
Have
either.
you seen the
And
trailer?
so I have seen the trailer and I still feel like it's
Dude,
gonna. I feel like
it
this is one
looks
of
like
those things
it
that
looks like a gag. I
that
think
yeah.
but I think it's purposeful. I think they are going full silly on this thing. I think it is going to be absolutely hilarious, and I think it's going to be a really fun ride.
Well, and that's why I think it's gonna be like just like crazy punches and then like a bunch of one-liners and stuff. And I just don't want that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That seems right up
So
your alley, Jake.
no, I hate. If you knew I didn't like the Mortal Kombat movies, then I feel like this is gonna
Okay.
be very similar to those because the Mortal Kombat movies are
I don't
kind of
know.
similar. They have like
I feel
stupid
like they tried to
one-liners
take
and
themselves seriously though.
they do, but in such a like just
Corny
not a
way.
serious. Yeah, and just like the seriousness is your head getting blown off or something like.
Okay.
Nah, no,
Fair
not
enough.
excited for this one.
All right. Last month, before we get to our big one,
And what are
picked
we
y'all
at?
out
8
there.
right now?
We're at 9, right?
Is it 9?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, 8. We're at 8.
Okay.
Next three I think are all yeses.
Okay.
So on
Let's hear it.
November
Let's hear it.
20th, we got the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping. Jacob, when the Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds came out, you actually said it may be your top movie over Doom Part 2. Like we
Sounds
have that
good.
recorded on the podcast,
Sounds
so I
good.
can't imagine you're not going to go watch this.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna definitely watch this. My wife is a huge Hunger Games fan. She has read the books for this one. She's already like every time she gets little teasers announced about it, or like
So
she
excited.
hears a cast member talk about it, she gets so excited. So yeah, I'll definitely be heading to see this one. And they're fun. They're always a good time. The Hunger Games stuff is such a cool concept, and it really kind of changed. It was like a pop culture phenomenon. Like it
Oh,
changed the way a lot of books are written nowadays. So many of them have like Hunger Games underlining to them. I just got done reading a book called Red Rising, and it was so similar to that. Like it had so many elements of Hunger Games sprinkled throughout that you could totally tell where some of the inspiration for things came from.
mm,
So yeah, I'll be going to see this one.
Well, and not only that, but it like kicked off the entire like tween series
Yeah,
of like
because
strong characters. The
Maze Runner
Maze
kind of
Runner
came right after that.
Divergent series came
Yep,
after right
yep,
after that. Like there was just it seemed like they couldn't get enough of those style of stories. So the Giver also came out around
yep.
that time. So I did miss one on my list. So this one might not be a yes. But December 11th, we got Jumanji 3 coming out.
Oh,
Oh man, if
I've never seen a
I'm
single one
telling
of
you
these
guys, if
movies.
you guys aren't watching on on YouTube, you're missing some good content here from Jacob because that is a bit of about as big of a no as you could have possibly have
Yeah,
gotten without
I'm
saying
not.
something.
Does this one have Kevin Hart in it too?
It
Is Kevin Hart
does.
in
It
this one?
has Kevin Hart,
Yeah,
Jack Black, and Dwayne the Rock
yeah,
Johnson.
yeah. No shot. I think you lose brain cells after that movie. Like
Dude,
you leave that
I
movie theater.
loved the first one, dude. It was so funny. The second one was a little drop in quality, but I don't know. I wasn't expecting a comedy. And I should
Okay.
have. I should
Yeah,
have
yeah. With
been.
that cast.
It's Kevin Hart and Jack Black. But I had so much fun with that first one. I thought the humor hit. It was funny, and it's not a great movie. Like obviously it's not, but I thought it was so funny. So
Yeah,
similar to like what I think Anacondas is currently in the theaters. Like I know I talked to Michael about it. He said Anaconda was really good. He thoroughly enjoyed it. So I still really want to see that. Hunger Game Jumanji kind of follows right along the lines of that, where it's like, yes, I
yeah,
really want to get to see that. And at a different time in my life, I definitely would be in a theater to
yeah.
watch it. Just not right now.
No, I feel that.
So, all right. And then we got the biggest day of the year, December 18th. Head to head, Avengers Doomsday, Dune Part 3. Jacob, given that lunacy and pride persists, which one are you seeing?
Man, first, because I'm seeing them both.
I
I'm
know you're
seeing them
seeing them
both.
both, but which one are you seated for on Thursday night? And which one are you watching
Depending
on Friday?
depending on the viewings, I might throw a double header that back tonight, that back to back that
Okay.
night. If it's possible, if they have one at like 6 o'clock and then another showing for the next one at like, I guess it'd probably be like probably 9 or something like that, a
Yeah,
nine
that's a
o'clock
long
showing.
time.
I might throw a back to back for that one because those are both two movies I do not want spoiled for me. Um, yeah, that's tough. If I'm just gonna be being realistic though, right? You're probably seeing one night, one the next night, or one maybe on that Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so tough. I think really for me, I think it's gonna depend on what Spider-Man is.
Okay.
And if Spider-Man is this incredible movie and it gets me hyped for Avengers, I feel like I lean that way because we do
Okay.
have the history with Avengers. We have the history with Marvel. It is the first Avengers movie since Endgame. Like, there's a lot on this one. I think it's got so much hype with all like the leak stuff that we've been getting, um, which I think has been intentionally leaked by Marvel at this point, just with the amount of leaked stuff that's been coming out. I think they're building hype in a
Yeah,
way.
it's been the
Um,
same way they did
yeah,
with Spider-Man.
exactly. So I definitely think this is a big one. I feel like I lean that way if Spider-Man really is good. If Spider-Man's not good, it's going to be Dune for me, like undoubtedly.
Okay.
Because I think this Dune movie is going to be better than Part 2. I think it's going to take what Part 2 did and it's going to elevate it even past that. I think it's got
Whoa.
bigger stakes. I think the acting is going to be even better because these actors have even more experience under their belt. They know the world more. I think that would be my take there. But it really all hinges
Okay.
on Spider Man. All hinges on Spider Man for me. What about you?
It got to be Dune. Dune
Okay.
Part 2 is my favorite movie of the decade so far. And I don't know if it's close.
Okay.
I love that film. It is so good. So incredible. Denny, you got to give him his flowers. He is coming up and
Yeah.
coming. Just like his movies, I'm just as excited for as Christopher Nolan, and that doesn't happen
Yeah.
as much. The Russo brothers are great in Marvel. Outside of Marvel, they're just meh and meh to bad. And so I don't think they had the script for Avengers Doomsday. I don't think they have the story for Avengers Doomsday. I don't think they have the setup for Avengers Doomsday. Is it going to be fun? Oh yeah, we're going to have a blast at the theater. It's going to be really fun to see what they put together on screen. Is it going to be great? I don't know. But what I do know is going to be great is Dune, because I have faith in the director, the writer, and even though Dune Messiah is not as beloved of a book as the first
Mhm.
Dunes are, uh, which it's just, I think it's just Dune.
Just Dune. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Dune. I still think you kind of gotta lean that way. And with how he didn't stay super true to the court, like to the material with some of the love triangles, and what he did with Chani there at Vice, what she does in the books, I think there's actually a really good way for him to kind of blur the lines even more for what Frank Herbert was trying to write, and maybe make this a little less completely anti, and maybe kind of draw some of those lines a little better of questioning, right? Like, is it as straightforward as Herbert said it was, or is it kind of blurred like Denny put it in his films? So I'm really excited for that one, and obviously crazy excited for Doomsday. But if I had to pick, I'm seeing Dune 3 first.
I did see a thing, we were talking about the Marvel leaks and stuff, and everyone's like, Chris Evans is back as Captain America. And this one guy was like, if you think about it, he never really left because this is literally the next Avengers movie. So
Yep.
like, he's really not back. He's like
He's not
always
back.
been here. So I thought that was kind of funny.
It's so
Yeah, it is
sad. That is
tough.
so
It
sad.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Like, I am so hyped for Avengers. I think it's going to be a blast, like you said. But it so much hinges on Spider-Man for me. If Spider-Man is top tier, and it does make Avengers feel really strong, and it feels like it's a return to the Marvel form, it's hard not to want to see that one. I think
Oh
the
yeah.
harder question, honestly, is you talked about egos and all those things. Who moves?
Who
I think
moves?
we're both in the same frame of mind. There's no way they're releasing on the same day. Just no shot.
Such a dumb
But
dumb call not to like not to move.
yeah. So who moves? If you had to put your money on one, which one moves, and
I
what do
don't.
you think?
So here's my thought. Marvel is desperate as mess, and they released a countdown to the release date of this thing on a trailer a year in advance.
Yep.
I don't think Denny cares, and I think he doesn't like Marvel.
I
So
agree.
I think he is. I think it would be almost an assault. Like, I think he would like to take a money hit if it meant kind
Hurting
of
Marvel.
like a middle finger to Marvel and saying,
Yep.
"Hey, like, I make good films, you make comics." So I don't know. I think it stays. I think it stays, and I think they both really suffer.
Yeah. It's so interesting to me, and I think it goes back to the Spider-Man thing. I think if Spider-Man is not good and it underperforms, I think if, like
Oh,
you said, it
not a
doesn't get to
chance.
$1 billion,
Yes.
Marvel is moving. They are getting out of the way of Dune. They're gonna be like, all right, we
Okay.
cannot take another hit. I think that's their sign, because
Wow.
think about it, Spider-Man, your biggest character by far, bar none. He is the biggest character you got. If
Yeah.
he can't perform, he can't get people back in the seats. Obviously, the Avengers
What
franchise as a
can?
franchise is bigger, like, than just an individual character. But you can't take another hit going up against a movie that at that point will have even more momentum for it, because people are disappointed with what they just got with Spider-Man. People are be like, you know what? I'm not going to see
Yeah.
Avengers. I'm going to go see Dune 3. I think that's going to be the
That's a
telltale.
good.
I
That's a
think
good tell. That's a good
Spider-Man
tell.
has a lot riding on it for Marvel, and I'm more concerned that Marvel doesn't realize that as much as I do. I feel like I am more worried about what Spider-Man is going to do for Marvel than they actually are.
We don't have a trailer yet. We have
Dude, we don't
four.
have a lot.
We have four trailers for Endgame. Four,
And not a single one.
and not a single
The
for Spider Man,
all we
which
got was
comes
a
6 months
picture.
earlier.
We got a 15-second video of Tom Holland jumping up and down and walking up to the camera and saying, "Are we ready?" That's what we've got for that movie. Like, come on. Like,
We
I
got a
legit think I'm
3 hour
more
chair
concerned.
watch. What was
Yeah,
it?
I am
6.
more concerned for what Spider-Man is going to do to Marvel than what Marvel is, like, concerned about. So,
Yeah,
I think that's
I
the
just
tell.
think they.
If
I think they know that they have to split profits with Sony. And I think that deters them a little bit from like really pushing it.
I did see Sony is apparently loosening their restrictiveness on the Spider-Man license moving forward with this movie.
They're a bunch of
So,
morons. They could have made so much more money.
oh, think about. I mean, if you really think about it, Marvel, they're the big idiots.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
selling
In the
that, like
'90s.
you shouldn't have. Yeah, like
Well,
I know they
they
needed
you
money to
got
live. Like that's how they kept the lights on. But whew, it's still haunting them. Think about it.
yeah.
Same thing with the Hulk. It's still haunting them with Hulk. They can't do standalone Hulk movies because
Seems
Universal owns the
insane.
rights.
Seems
Like,
insane.
yeah. So, and that's two. Would you argue? I mean, Spider-Man is number one in Marvel in my eyes. He's definitely their biggest character. But the Hulk's probably top five Marvel character all time.
Not now. I think he's been damaged too much.
Maybe,
I think
maybe
in
with
this moment, I don't think he is. It's it
I could.
it's really hard. The movies have done a lot because in the '90s, Iron Man wouldn't have been top 5, and now
Oh,
he's
not
top
at all.
3.
Yeah,
Like he's top 3 without question in Marvel. So
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's
No,
hard.
it is, but they've shot themselves in the foot. So yeah, I think it's gonna it hinges on Spider-Man for me with Marvel moving their release date just as much as it hinges on me which one I'm going to see first.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man, it better perform. It's got to deliver, and if it doesn't, I really think if Spider-Man doesn't deliver, I don't. I this is the ripple effect I see. Spider-Man doesn't deliver. Doomsday doesn't deliver. I think we see a plethora of projects canceled with
Oh
Marvel.
yeah.
I think this is going to have Star Wars level damage
I
like
think
we've
we have a.
seen with the
I,
prequels.
I think
Or
we have
not the prequels, but the
11.
sequels.
I think we have 11 projects from Marvel coming out this year.
Yeah. Well, and we're going to get some of those before the Spider-Man movie. And obviously some of those are
A
already
lot of
ready to
them.
go. I'm
Yeah.
talking like
Oh,
moving forward. I think
no, I
this is
agree
going to
with you.
have sequel level damage to Marvel if these don't perform. Like they're getting to that point. No one thought Star Wars could fail. Like it is one of the biggest franchises in the world. And look at what it was just destroyed, absolutely devastated. Like, and
Yep.
I just it seems like Marvel has had so many opportunities to not let this happen. They've had another franchise, arguably as big as them at the time do it. Like they had a playbook on what not to do, and they just completely ignored it. And they've just been putting out garbage and not really hyping up stuff the way they should. And
Yep.
so it's gonna have a ripple effect. So yeah,
We'll see.
this is a big year.
It's crazy,
It's a big
dude.
year.
It's crazy.
So we got to
I'm
11
excited.
though.
Yeah,
11
we got
movies
to
I'll be at
11
this year.
yeses. 11
Wow.
yeses. Let's count them
Wow.
off. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's just say them. So we're gonna see
Yep. Yep.
Project Hail Mary. That's
Yep.
first. Then we're gonna watch Mario Galaxy,
Mm-hmm.
Mando and Grogu, Toy Story
Yep.
5,
Yep.
Supergirls,
Yep.
Odyssey, Spider-Man Brand New Day, Clayface, Hunger Games, Avengers, and Dune Part 3.
Yep. That's
I
11.
did it. I got
That is
11.
11.
I did
That is
it.
11.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
It's going to be a big year. I'm excited to. We talked about it a little bit on the podcast or before we started the podcast. Like, would we take 2025 years over 2026, like what we have slated? Man, 2026 is big. There are some big
There's a lot
stuff.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if,
I
if
mean, for
Jacob's getting
me,
to the theater 11 times, that's a
well,
big
and for
deal.
me, if you think about it, right? Like, 2025 was great, but think about what is 2026. We have a Spider-Man movie, which is just huge. The Avengers returning in theaters, always a must like see event. Like people are going for that. Dune, we talked about it. Christopher Nolan. I mean, just those four things right there are huge. And then you add a Star Wars movie and a DCU movie, two DCU movies on top of that. That's huge
Massive.
right there. I think that alone would say I'm picking that year over 2025. So we'll just have to see if it delivers.
Yeah, because I mean, what did we get in 2025? I mean, honestly, not not that much. Not that much performed. I actually did watch The Naked Gun
Mhm.
um with Liam Neeson. It just it was fine. Everyone said it
Yeah.
was like a return to comedy, and like I was really excited to watch that. It didn't hit for me.
Yeah.
It was watchable, but I'll never watch it again.
Yeah.
It's definitely
I
a
feel that.
6 or lower. So, yeah, no, a lot like when you have misses, like Flight Risk was a complete miss. Love Hurt was a complete miss. Captain
Mhm.
America was a complete miss. Mickey 17 was not near as good as like everyone hyped it up to be.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be.
Um, we got Mission Impossible: The Finding Reckoning. Most people were disappointed with that. Lilo and Stitch. I was really disappointed with Lilo
Yeah.
and Stitch. How to Train Your Dragon. Jurassic World Rebirth was laughably bad.
Yeah.
Superman was great. Fantastic Four was good. Thunderbolts was amazing. Wicked for
Yeah.
Good was a disappointment for most people. Zootopia 2 was incredible. And then Avatar Fire and Ash, amazing. Jacob hated it. So, um, you know, when Minecraft is one of your best movies, I think I got to take 2026 right now. Looking forward, and especially with Brave and the Bold, not Brave and the Bold, with Brave New World on that list. Love Hurt disappointed me the way it does. Mickey 17 disappointed me the way it did.
Well, and
I
you can
think I
almost
got to
like
take
stack
it.
the movies against each other, right? Like put Brave New World against Spider-Man. You're going to take the Spider-Man
Oh,
movie every day of the week, right?
yeah.
Mickey 17 kind of reminds me of like the hype we're getting for
Project Hail
Project Hail
Mary.
Mary. Like,
Exactly.
right? Dune 3 and Avatar both on the same production level of movie, right? Like you're putting those movies against
Yep.
each other, and then you would probably, I guess, throw Thunderbolts against Avengers because Thunderbolts was
What
technically the
else do
new
you do?
Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like there are very comparable Superman,
Oh yeah.
Supergirl, like they're very parallel years, which is why I think it's a
Except
fun argument.
except we don't have an Odyssey. There's no
Yeah,
comparison for the
a
Odyssey,
Christopher Nolan
right?
movie, Star Wars is back in
Yeah,
theaters.
there's
Like
no Star
those are
Wars
the
in this year.
couple of
Mission
things that
Impossible would
do.
be the Star Wars comparison, I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And also, this year we had two really good animated Christian movies in 2025 with King of Kings coming out and the David movie coming out,
Hmm.
which both were very good.
Hmm.
So I don't see that any of those on the list for 2026. So that does have the advance in my
Yeah.
mind of like, okay, like maybe the animated movies,
Well,
Christian for my
like
kids.
Zootopia, like just animated movies, period. Like it's gonna be hard
Zootopia
to
is
top
really good.
Zootopia. Like it's
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
hard to top some of those.
because I don't think Toy
Maybe,
Story 5 is going to be as good as Zootopia 2 because I just like that story and those characters better.
mhm.
What
But
else
that is your
was?
comparison, right? Like Toy
Yeah,
Story versus Zootopia. Like it's a fun year. I
but
think it's something we'll
you
have to
got
revisit.
you got what is it? You have Mario. You got Mario though.
Yeah, again,
Mario
another
could
that's gonna be
be
$1 billion.
bigger. Could be
Yeah,
bigger. So I
so
don't know. I'm
it'll
excited.
be fun to
That's a cool thought
discuss.
process. Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, all right, guys. You got anything else? That's all
No,
my list.
we always go too long on these,
I
but
know.
we get to talking and it's too
We got
much fun.
140 minutes. Just kidding. An hour and 40 minutes. So um with that said, guys, let's go with the shows. Now these are the just just kidding. It is way too late to go ahead and start the shows. If you want to know the shows that are coming out, please leave those down in the comments. Maybe we'll drop that next week. If not, maybe
Yep.
we'll talk about Fallout. We got some other stuff planned coming out, but hey, we're excited for it. 2026 is going to be a big year. Jacob, what's your movie of the year prediction?
Movie of the year prediction. I'm gonna say Dune 3. I think it'll be
Over
man,
Odyssey
it's
for
Dune
you?
3 or Odyssey. It's Dune 3 or Odyssey. As like what we're gonna say is actually the best movie.
Right.
Oh man. Give me Dune 3. Give me
Dune
Dune
3.
3. I'll
Give
do
you
it just
Dune 3.
since you claimed Odyssey earlier on. I'll go with the opposite. I'll go Dune
Yeah.
3.
I did say it's my most excited. I just think I like that content so much, and it's been so long since I've seen a period piece film from that era. I do think Odyssey is going to be it. I also know Messiah is not as well received as a book from the first Dune book. I think he's going to have his work cut out for him. It's also coming around Doomsday, which may make me like it more or less, depending on how good Doomsday is. If Doomsday is
It's
really
also
bad, I'll like it more. If Doomsday is really good, I'll have to compare it and I'll like it less because I'll be
yeah.
more critical on it.
What's also fun too, because we talk about Christopher Nolan like being one of the best of all time. Is this the passing of the torch moment, right? Is this when Denny gets his
I don't
flowers?
I don't
And
know if this is.
it's got to be coming up. Like he's built himself a repertoire of movies now.
He does.
And
Yeah.
obviously Christopher Nolan speaks for himself, but there's gonna be a moment, and we might not ever get a year again where they both release a movie in the same year. Like,
Yeah.
it might not happen again. So no, it'll be fun. It'll be fun for sure. But I'll go Dune 3 since you went Odyssey, and
All right.
we can have that argument at the end of the year.
Yeah, which I probably will cave very quickly if Dune 3 is as good as I hope it is. I won't stand on that ground because you know how much I love those series.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, guys, thanks for sticking around if you're still here. If you're not, sorry, suckus. It was a long one, but we love doing it. We love seeing it. So, hey guys, if you don't see anything this year, that's okay, right? But if you do, let us know what it was, right? What was your favorite movie of 2025? And what are
Yep,
you
that's a good
most
one.
excited for in 2026? So, we appreciate y'all. We thank you for all the love and support that we've been getting. We've been getting more views than we've ever got before. We've really seen it, and we appreciate that, and we're thankful for it. So, if you think about it, if you enjoy the content, if you could give us a like or a subscribe, that helps even more than the views. So we appreciate that as well. So we'll catch you in the next episode of Weekly Fix.